Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here. Got a desktop unboxing for you. This is the CyberPower PC Gamer Supreme Liquid Cool SLH8300 BH. Say that 3 times fast, will ya? Anyway, this is a replacement for my gaming laptop. I don't really use my gaming laptop as a laptop. I basically have always kept it on a desk. I never really took it anywhere because I generally just stream to one of the Macs when I want to play something at night, and otherwise I can just sit at it and play. I go to maybe a couple of LAN parties a year, so moving a bulky machine isn't that big of a deal, and besides, the 17-inch laptop I was running is huge anyway. So I decided, hey, performance is doubled with this new series of GeForce video cards, so I might as well go ahead and make the move before my laptop becomes worthless, because whenever you get a big jump like that, the old gaming equipment is worth a heck of a lot less when you sell it. Since I refresh every 2 years, this cut it a little bit short. That cut it to about 1.5 years. I had that one, but it's time. I mean, you get double, and you're not going to get as much money down the line. You might as well go ahead and sell it right away, which I did, and it's already suffering from price drops. Kind of sucks. Didn't get as much as I wanted for it, but oh well. Anyway, this guy is about $1,600. It's got a 4 gig Intel Core i7 processor. It's the 6700 series. 32 gigs of RAM. I do video editing. I can use the RAM always. It uses Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070 with 8 gigs of RAM. Has a 240 gig SD in it and 3 terabyte 7200 RPM for storage, RPM hard drive for storage. So it's huge and pretty fast. The reason why it's so inexpensive is because they're kind of random with the brands they're going to use. You know you're going to get those specs, but you don't know what case you're going to get. You don't know what video card brand you're going to get. So the trade for the good price is flexibility. And so I don't really know what it's going to look like at all. Although I've seen several pictures of people that bought them. They ended up getting black cases. The case in the actual picture is gray. So we'll see. Anyway, this is a special order type of product. I don't know if I mentioned I got it from B&H Photo. So it took a little bit longer to get here. That's life. Again, decent price at least. Well, let's open her up. Crack up if it's like all broken up in here from shipping. It was UPS, so it shouldn't be too bad. They're usually pretty good. It's not like it was DHL or something. Is the case white? Oh, that would be sweet. Alright, let's take a look at cables, manual, cable gone. Not very exciting. It'd be cool if this is actually the case they used. We'll see. Ugh, there's that. Man, it's heavy. Not light at all. I'm going to take out the mouse and keyboard they give you. They give you a kind of a generic keyboard. I'm going to have to replace this because I like backlit keyboards. I don't think this is backlit at all. Let's see. Open that up and take a look-see. Yeah, I don't think it's backlit. And that does matter to me. It is a gaming keyboard. It's not terrible, but it's not like a really great keyboard at all. But I'm sure I can live with it for a while. It has a huge rubber dome. Thought you should know that. They felt that was important to advertise on there. So, kind of a keyboard. I mean, like I said, it's okay. Mouse. Look at this guy. Not going to use it, but well, I might use it. The mouse is very nice, on the other hand. This is actually really a nice little mouse. Feels good. Large size. I'm more of a classic mouse shape person. I like kind of the classic mouse. It's what I grew up with. These really fancy mice aren't really my thing, but as far as this kind of mouse goes, yeah, pretty nice. I like that. And that was included in the price. I didn't pay any extra for it. All right, let's see the monster. At this point, I should have seriously thought about having a knife, huh? No worries. No, it is black. Too bad. Would have been white, that would have been really cool. Would have been bright yellow, that would have been even cooler. That's interesting. I would recommend taking that fluffy stuff out of there before starting it up. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's bust that out of there and take a look at the innards. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to cut out for a second so I can zoom in on this and show you this a little bit closer. Alright, so here's the guts. It looks pretty nice, don't you think? I'm very clean in here. I really like a clean job because I'm like world's worst wire guy, so it's nice seeing very few wires sticking out. This is really a nice layout. Everything's MSI. The video card is MSI. The motherboard's MSI. So that's pretty good. I'm glad they got at least a decent name brand in there instead of something weird. The SD is SanDisk, which I think is a little bit odd, but whatever. It's not odd. It's just I'm not a big fan of SanDisk. I should just come out and say it. That's the truth. Don't like SanDisk very much, but that's fine. It's, you know, it's a name brand. It's just one that I've had bad luck with. Other than that, cooling, the liquid cooling system goes up through the fan here. Processor, obviously an i7. Well, not obviously. You'd have to pry that up to look at it, but I'm sure when it boots up, it'll tell us. And that's really about all I have to say about it. I mean, it's really well laid out. I kind of like the logo sitting in there, or well, their name sitting in there. That's classy, like that. It's meant to be looked at though, because it's got a window on the side. Looking down at the top of the case, you can see that there's two USB ports right on the top. There is audio jack sitting there, and of course the power button. The box itself is pretty nondescript. It's a black box. I'm absolutely fine with that. Would have preferred white, but if you're gonna go this way, I'm more of a minimalist. I don't like skulls and crap on my equipment, so I'm alright with that. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, now we're looking at the back of the unit. We've got LPS2 connectors. I can't believe they still make those. That is crazy. Down below there's VGA, there's a DVI, and an HDMI. These, of course, are probably not used because they're connected directly to the motherboard. Unless something has changed in the 8 years since I've owned a desktop. Customarily, these are disabled and don't do a darn thing. If I look through here, I've got 6 USB ports, which is freaking great. So that's 6 plus 2 in the front, 8 USB ports, which is just marvelous. I don't see USB-C. I don't know why I would expect to see it, because it's a PC, but you know, I've actually got a handheld over here, handheld PC that has USB-C on it. But anyway, it's not expected. Obviously, Ethernet, audio out. If we look down here, we have the GeForce card. Note that these are blocked off for a reason. They're not really there. So it only has one HDMI out, which is kind of a pain in the neck. It also has a DVI out right here. I wonder if I could get more on a standoff for this. But anyway, there's a DVI out, which is essentially useless to me except for the fact that I can convert it over to VGA for my secondary monitor, which I will of course do. So if you look at this, there's really a limit on how many monitors you can have. I'll double check that later and let you know. Okay, looking down here, of course there's the power supply, should be 800 watts. Alright, that's it. I'll go power it up, show you what it looks like with the lights on. Okay, so there it is in its entirety. I have made one kind of minor change to it. I did add a Sound Blaster ZX sound card to it. It's because I use fiber optic for my audio, and there was no fiber optic out, so it's kind of a big nerdy deal for me, so I added it. Not a big deal. The case design is really quite nice. It was easy to put the card in thanks to it not being crazy. No, it does have like you do have to do 2 screws to get a rail out, but that's because it's got a locking mechanism on the top, so it's not too bad at all. It's really quite nice. I love the cable management in it. It's really good. When you look at it lit up, it really looks clean and nice, so I'm happy with that. Haven't had any problems with it. Here's the 3D Mark test. I did the Time Spy test on it. 5591, which is really pretty good. It's about double what my gaming laptop would get, but that said, it could be tweaked out further. I haven't done any actual real serious performance tweaking on it, and I'm probably not going to do that much. Honestly, that's enough to get anything I really need out of it for now. That said, I could probably tweak it up quite a bit higher. It does have built-in overclocking and all those things, but I don't overclock because kids, remember, overclocking adds heat, and heat is death for electronics. That's basic electronics 101. So keep that in mind when you're being a little bit ridiculous with your overclocking. Try to keep it down. I mean, you can low risk overclock a little bit. Just don't go nuts with it. I see these people that are going nuts with it and they're wondering why their computers are breaking down all the time. Well, no crap. You're overclocking it. That's why it's called overclocking. Alright, anyway. But most can handle a little bit overclocking. I'm not saying don't do it at all. I'm just saying be reasonable with it. Secondary monitor is hooked up now. That took a little bit because it only has DVI and HDMI out. It only has one HDMI out, and the DVI out is, I think it's DVI-D, which is the only cable that I don't keep, oops, sorry, off angle, in stock here. So I had to go order out for it to get the adapter to VGA over here. So, yeah, that was kind of a pain in the butt, but looks great now that it's hooked up. As far as the keyboard goes, there's the keyboard. It's okay. It's better than I thought it might be, but it's not as good as I would have liked. It'll be replaced eventually. It's kind of light and not real great. The mouse, however, is actually pretty good. It's the buttons feel cheap no matter what, but it is weighted. It has weights that you can add and subtract from it to customize it, and it actually feels pretty good. Its actual overall feel is pretty nice. You could probably adapt to it. It's not bad, but you know, I got the Steel Series over here, so yeah, good luck replacing that because I love this thing. Alright, so all in all, the thing cost about, I don't know, about $1,500–1,600 bucks. I think it was pretty easily worth it. I think it's got a really clean design. They did a great job as far as overall quality. I'm happy with it. My son's got to upgrade pretty soon too. I'm upgrading his laptop, so I ordered another one for him. It's not exactly the same model. It's a little bit lower end model, but it's still, you know, it's still gonna like double or triple what he's got right now in a gaming laptop. Yeah, so pretty happy with it. Good job. You know, expect shipping to take a while. It takes about 2 weeks to get these things, so just a heads up, you're gonna be waiting a while for shipping. I know I get asked about shipping all the time. How long did it take? So I don't blame you. It is a good question, but about 2 weeks it took to come. So, all right. Thanks for watching this. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, thumbs up and subscribe for more. By the way, the GPD win is in, so video coming very shortly on that.
Retro Rocks. gaming videos.